Welcome to Greenville Media Broadcast live from Tommy's Plumbing Studio. Give Tommy a call for all your plumbing needs, 423-620-7522. Tonight we have Mr. Ian Bible with Tech Chat. How you doing tonight, Ian?
I'm doing great, Jack. It's been a soggy few days, but it's good to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. And, you know, I was telling you this earlier, and I'm going to tell everybody else that you, from the people I've talked to, you are the most popular show I have.
Oh, no. Now I feel all kinds of pressure and everything. I was just...
Yeah, well, giving a clap for Ian.
All right, thanks. Thank you. That's good to know.
You're fired.
Oh, man. Well, give me my last check and I'll go.
No, on the free talk show I do on Tuesday nights last night, I was mentioning everybody, and, you know, I told everybody, you know, you and Pam and the Codys and Jan do this free of charge. You know, you don't make no money doing it, and I cannot thank you all enough for doing what you do. And I mean, you're part of the family.
Oh, well, thanks. I think we got it all covered, don't we? In this family, we got a cooker, we got the guys, the redneck theologian. So we got all of our bases covered. We got the nerd.
Yep.
And then we got the sports guys.
Yeah, who's the nerd?
I don't know. It might be you. No, it's great. You've been busy this week too, haven't you?
Yes.
That's great.
I took most of the day off.
Oh, I think everybody did. That's the way it was today in town, since all the county schools were out at least. So.
And not the cities, but my daughter was out sick today anyway. She's got that stomach bug going around.
Oh, that's. I'm sad to hear that.
I am too.
You were home all day with it. Don't you give that to me.
But if anybody wants to call in and talk to Ian, I always remember our show line. It's 423-972-4444. And if you don't want to actually talk, you can call the show line at any time when we're not on the air and leave a message, and we can play that later. Or you can mention on the message not to play it and just ask the question, and we can do that just as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Good,
I like that. Or you can email him in. You can email me. I'm Ian at greenvilleiT.com. There's Jack. What's the...
It's greenvillemedia@yahoo.com. And I know I know I could have my own email address. I'm just one of those Yahoo boys from the early 90s.
Yeah. You know? Right? Yeah, you should have email included in your host for greenvillemedia.com.
Well, I do. I'm just one of those.
Set it up.
Yeah, I'm just one of those Yahoo boys.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, we're building. You've come a long way in these last 2 months alone.
And a lot of it has to do with you.
Oh, okay.
The whole, and if anybody's checked it out, the whole website has been redesigned by me, but a lot of it's Ian sitting here saying, change this, do this, you know, and fix this. And,
no, that's not how it happened at all.
Well, I know. I mean, I'm breaking it down to easier conversation. I mean, because you know the hours of conversations we've had. You know.
Yep. That's true. I mean, yeah. What is it? We get done with the show and end up standing out in the parking lot talking for an hour.
Yeah, well, we got a nice room, set comfy chairs, and a little bit of heat, and then we go outside and stand in the rain, cold, snow, and talk.
Hey, that's Greenville.
I can't figure it out.
That's how. I mean, come on. We've been doing it this way around here for a long time, haven't we? Even back cruising's not a new thing. That's when I was younger, back in the days that I cruised, we'd stand there at Eastgate Shopping Center and...
Yeah, I don't know this Commons thing. We went from Burger Chef to McDonald's.
Yep.
Yeah, not many people remember Burger Chef where Aunt Bee's is now.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember Burger Chef. Their shakes were real good. Mm-hmm. Their burgers were good too.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, whatever. Anyway, this is Tech Chat, right?
Yeah, and this ain't blah, 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 blah chat.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you had free talk last night, right? Okay, so you had the suggestion last week for the show today, which was
to discuss the conspiracies, or not necessarily conspiracies, but the technology the government has that we may not know about, but we ought to know about. and Ian's going to cover the technical side of it, and I'm going to cover the conspiracy side of it, and might pull a little Alex Jones on him and just, do a Alex Jones / Pierce Morgan.
Okay.
If anybody did you see that?
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to start sending you links to stuff.
Okay. Oh no, that's Pierce Morgan is the British commentator on an American news show or
he took over.
Show.
He took over for Larry King.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was yelling at the guy about gun control. That's right, screaming at the fella. Okay.
So just ignore when I start screaming at you. It's nothing personal.
I know where the volume knob is. I know where the cord is for your microphone. So I think bring it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of technology, and I've got to say, Greenville Media has gone a long way from our initial startup of a couple computers, a couple headsets, and stereo mix.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time and a lot of money, and now we're at to where the sound's almost perfect.
Yep.
I have just a little more work to do, and it's going to be perfect. And you and even Robbie Britton helped me do some stuff, and others, and it's not all me, and I just cannot say thank you enough.
Well, I mean, you were saying that on your webpage redesign that I said no, do this. That's not what I did at all. I did not tell you what to do. I just
you gave me the inspiration to do it.
There we go. Yeah, just what your design philosophy should be is what I tried to instill, and you ran with it, and that's awesome. That's great. I applaud you. You've done the work. I didn't do the work for you. I just gave you a really quick primer on web design and user interface design. So, and you did a real good job. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on your picture and bio, by the way, to add to your page.
Yep. Sorry, I've had writer's block for a few months. I haven't even written a post for my website. I don't do on Facebook either. I just I haven't come up with anything I want to share with the interwebs.
You've been a busy man.
That's true. I have been busy. Yeah, well, I took the holidays off pretty much, and then since these last 2 weeks have just been full throttle, which it always is this time of year. Thank goodness. But okay, so I am going to debunk, or you're going to tell me your conspiracy theory, and then we'll see what I can do with it.
Yeah, I'm going to do the crazy side of it, and then you're going to do the technical side of it.
Well, I don't know if okay. We don't have to label. You don't have to pre-label yourself as crazy off the bat. Don't cut yourself down like that, Jack.
No, it'll be crazy.
Okay, you're aiming for crazy. All right, let's do this.
I strive for craziness.
He keeps scooting further down the table.
Well, let's go ahead and start it out. Do you know anything about the Denver airport?
It's in Denver, and it's an airport. Airplanes take off and land there.
Okay.
The Denver one, it's a pretty new one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The airport, and they've got that fancy...
mural?
No, I'm going to say luggage handling system.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to the mural then.
Mural. Okay. All right. Let's pull this up. Do we got a link for the people following along at home?
Yeah. Don't cancel out my paper there.
Okay. No, I won't do that.
Well, no, I ain't. You're the technical man. You got to be looking it up, not me.
All right. So the Denver Airport mural. Let's see if I can find it here. Denver. I'm just going to do a Google search. Okay, but what about it while I'm looking for it?
Well, if you go through the airport, you will come upon a mural, or however you want to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows it's a depiction of the end of the world.
Of the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it here? I see several. I'm just looking up under images, under Denver Airport. You point out the one that we're talking about here. Denver Airport murals on Google search. Go to images. End of the world. Maybe we should airport.
And of course, none of them are showing up here.
Mural. Is it even real?
Yes, it's real.
Denver Airport conspiracy. Here, let's. Oh, Is this it? There's a wiki. Claims. I don't see any pictures. Where's the picture?
I haven't seen the picture much.
Oh, do you even know what it looks like?
Yes, I've seen it a few times.
Is this it? That's a YouTube video. Let's mute the sound here. The Mysteries of Denver Airport. And this is a pretty new building. This building hadn't been around that long. Okay, so what's this got to do with technology, Jack?
Well, I had one of them. The underground of Denver Airport is supposed to be one of the largest bunkers in the world.
Okay, bunkers for who?
For the elite.
For the elite.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those who are in the know.
In the know, or have paid for a spot in this bunker?
Yeah, the filthy rich or the government.
Okay. What does this got to do with technology?
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay. All right. So
now, supposedly, there are tunnels running from Denver Airport all across America underground.
Oh, really? All across America?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not to every single part of America, but to the major locations of America.
So, like Denver to New York?
Yeah, and Denver to Washington and California.
Okay.
And
yeah, you were right when you said crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
continue.
and there's enough food, water, medical supplies, and all that supplies, food and stuff like that, and to sustain 1 million people for 10 years.
Okay.
Now, I mean, that may not be major technology, but it has to, and some of the technology I don't know about, but it's got all the nice, what do you call it?
Amenities.
Yeah, but
living quarters. And
no, filters and stuff to block out nuclear radiation and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Food for 1 million people for 10 years.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay. What else?
It's got the filters for the nuclear.
Right. All the filters. That's standard stuff. They're going to say that, of course. Against nuclear war. Nuclear, not nuclear. I got to get that right. Nuclear. Right. Just what's the mountain?
Nuclear.
The mountain in nuclear.
Okay.
Nuclear.
Everybody says it wrong then.
Well, how's it spelled?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying I've heard nuclear and nuclear,
Right, but the word is spelled Nuclear.
Okay, this is not the spelling show.
No, but if we're going to be all technical here and on a tech show, that's the thing about technical people is they kind of sticklers for details like that.
Okay, now the mountain. I know what you're fixing to bring up.
Yes, where NORAD is, of course, that's the way they're set up.
Cheyenne Mountain.
Yep, Cheyenne Mountain. The joint North American.
Yeah, Joint Chiefs and all that.
No. It's a joint venture between Canada, NORAD, North American. Yeah, so it's joint venture with Canada and us. And of course, we had to let Canada in so we could put all the radars up there in Canada facing north, just in case the Russians launched bombers against us. Mm-hmm. Good old Cold War, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. There's a couple big holes in your conspiracy theory about the Denver airport. One. The food, I'm pretty sure you just pulled that number out of the air here. The food for 1 million people for 10 years.
No, I didn't pull it out of the air.
No, you didn't? Okay.
Well, I mean, I've heard it on those crazy talk shows I love to listen to.
Okay.
But they may have pulled it out of the air.
Okay. So 1 million people in a bunker beneath the airport.
Yes.
Now 1 million people. Can you now think about that number for a second? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, hold on. Now, one, I know that if the brown turds hit the fan,
mm-hmm.
1 million people wouldn't get there quick enough.
What, with all their tunnels?
Yeah.
Spread throughout
I would guess maybe 500, 700,000. I don't.
700,000.
Okay.
Okay. Still, it's a huge number of people.
Okay.
For a underground bunker.
Yeah.
to hold
It's
that.
an underground complex.
Think about 1 million people.
Yeah. And tunnels stretching out all across America to other bunkers.
Oh, so they're all interconnected bunkers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have bunker superhighways. Now,
Now.
okay, but when's the last? Have you ever been? You ever been to Neyland Stadium
No.
during a game? Okay, no.
I'm gonna lose a lot of listeners. I hate UT.
Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna have to unfriend you on Facebook.
I'm a Virginia Tech fan.
Okay. All right. The Hokies Stadium.
No, but
You never been to one of their games either?
my birthday's in September. If you want to get me some tickets.
Okay. I'll see if I'll have to put it on my calendar now or I'll forget. But okay. 1 million people. That's a lot of people. I've said this before. Okay. When we start talking about numbers that big, okay, and it doesn't even and the numbers that are thrown around today, especially I'm sure on your crazy shows where you've produced this crazy theory. 1 million. Okay, let's cut that in half. 500,000. I doubt that you have ever seen 500,000 of anything at one time in your entire life. Think of something even small, even grains of sand. I've looked this up before. Okay, how big do you think 500,000 individual grains of sand are?
You could probably put them in a 50-gallon drum.
Final answer?
Final answer.
No. It would take 2 dump trucks. You're talking 16 cubic yards of sand.
Okay.
And a dump truck's usually 8 yards, I think, according to the interwebs, and you know it never lies, right?
Okay, we're going to get a 50-gallon drum, and we're going to count the grains of sand.
Have fun doing that.
No, we.
We? What's this we stuff?
Yeah, we.
You don't pay me enough for that. Okay. No, I looked it up. Wolfram Alpha. I figured it out. Yeah, 500. There's science out there. There's pile science people that have figured this out. Okay. That's 500,000 individual grains of sand. Okay, and then now, if that was a whole person and it required all the waste facilities and the living quarters and the air and the scrubbers and all that for 10 years, and just the food. Enough food to last for that many people. It didn't matter if it was for a quarter of that many people. Enough food to last for 10 years. Why haven't we made it to Mars?
Because the government does not want us to find what is on Mars.
Don't want us to find it? Is that what you said?
No, find what is on Mars.
What's on? Okay, all right, hang on.
Ancient cities.
Okay. We're still working on Denver here. Okay, now the second hole in your conspiracy there is the tunnels thing. From Denver to New York, a tunnel.
Yeah.
No, extremely unlikely. Extremely.
Why?
I mean, we do have essentially what are tunnels going all over the national oil pipeline system, stuff like that. We've got some incredibly long, and those are basically just steel tunnels, but it's not designed to have a train in it or something like. What is it going to be, like a great big pneumatic tube system? You just jump in it and the air pressure takes them away?
No, it's like a rail system.
Rail system. So everybody's got to get on these trains and then zip off. That's I don't know, Jack. That's there's so much wrong. It's just sensationalist and things like that. And I mean, I know I've seen like the pictures of the FEMA camps and things like that, which just seem like great big storage areas for these trailers and things like that. But I don't know. It really doesn't seem. And I'm looking at this mural here, and people just have to go and look. Just look up Denver Airport mural conspiracy, and you'll see the one they're talking about. It is a little bit dark, but it's hard to describe. It looks like this is the one you're talking about, right?
And that's one of them.
One of them. It's got this guy. He's looking. He's holding an M16. No. It is a Kalashnikov, an AK-47, and he's got a great big saber and a gas mask and the hat that he's wearing looks a lot like what you would think a German, or you've seen a German SS, high German Nazi officers wearing that type over some kids cowering, and there's a rainbow. And some doves too. it's weird. But I don't think people don't stand around looking at murals in airports, do they?
Well, I'd go by. I'd look at it.
Would you? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, during your waits, I guess, between air. I don't know. Okay, I don't like this one. There's not much about technology, but the food part, having that on standby all the time. I know we've got smaller versions for, like, Congress, because Congress is pretty big. Well, okay. That's 1,000 people.
Now, hold on a minute. Now, they have it ready, okay?
Right.
So of course, I think they would probably have enough food, like canned food or dehydrated food for a couple years. Mm-hmm. And the rest is, like seeds and animals and stuff like that. How are you going
to grow food underground?
How do people grow anything with those lights? And
where's all the power for that going to come from? You know how they find power? People that grow things indoors, or illicit people anyway. Sometimes people that aren't illicit, the people indoor growers, they get nailed because their light bills spike. And now they're going around. They being authorities, whoever's wanting to try to. In the effort to try and find indoor grow houses, the police and the FBI in some places they use infrared, heat detection cameras. Like the fire department uses them to try and find hot zones within a pile fire, things like that. And then
they're doing it from the street.
They're doing it from the street because they can see all the energy coming through your walls.
Oh, I think that's illegal.
No, they're trying to get. I think it has been struck down in court cases that have come up. That reason people have said, yeah, that's an unreasonable search and seizure, and that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. But I think it's being worked on to get the legislation in place, much like the GPS tagging. Mm-hmm. I can't remember exactly what the case was, but a police department put a GPS tagging device on somebody's Jeep. It was a Jeep on his vehicle when it was in his garage. And then they used it to track it around, even though they didn't have a warrant for this person. And I think that was struck down. And that's a good thing, too. If you're going to be doing an investigation, just do an investigation. But we're getting off topic again.
We never stay on topic, so.
No, it's true. But, if you're going to grow enough food underground with lights and have to have all the power...
They have their own power source.
Their own power source. What is it, pray tell? The source.
And now I'm going to get this wrong.
Okay.
A fission reactor? Am I saying it right?
Fission reactor.
Yeah, we have fusion reactors, but people don't think we have fission reactors. If I'm right.
Fission. We do have fission. It's fusion.
Okay, I knew I'd get it wrong.
We have fission. Yeah, we have fission, but not fusion.
Okay.
The reason we don't have fusion reactors is because they don't exist. We haven't been able to figure out. Fusion reactor is a reactor that works pretty much the same as the sun by fusing, using tremendous pressure, and on the sun it happens to be gravity, squishing helium or hydrogen atoms together so tightly that they fuse together and create helium atoms. That's fusion, and there's all kinds of energy that comes out of that. The problem is on the Earth, the sun is a great big, it's so massive, it generates so much gravity on itself that it's squishing itself and causing this thing to happen, fusion. Mm-hmm. But we can't duplicate that much pressure here on atomic weapons work in a similar manner.
And
that's how much energy we're talking about here.
We'll ask the same question: is how do you know they don't, and how do I know they do? I guess
if they did, somebody would be making lots of money off of it. Tons. I mean, our electric bills would be trivial. We would be...
Yeah, but see, there you go. They wouldn't make as much money
that's
as
why,
they do now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's
like
a good angle from
some people say that, they have the cures for all the diseases in the world, but
okay, now here's something this is gonna be a blanket statement to all of next time you hear conspiracy theory, the scientific community, the way they work is always open, because the very I learned this Miss Autumn's chemistry class at Greenville High School. It's got to be repeatable. Okay, they publish everything. Otherwise, they have no credit. And what else? When you're working on government funding, what else do you get, really? But the credit that it was created, and to prove that it was done, you have to publish your, what you did, what your experiment was, You have to publish it so that somebody else can repeat it and say, yes, I verify that I did it, and then that's how science works.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. Now, fusion reactors, and I hope I'm not wrong about this because I haven't looked it up in a while, but they haven't been able to get it. They've been able to make fusion reactions happen, but only for a few seconds, and it takes a lot of power to get one started. And then the hope is CERN is no, that's the collider. Yeah. They're looking at something else.
Yeah, but there's also one under Oak Ridge.
A collider or a fusion reactor?
No, something like CERN.
CERN is a collider. They don't have. No, they've got one in Berkeley and Fermi Lab.
Yeah,
Fermi Lab is in Berkeley.
And there's a big round thing under Oak Ridge too that they're experimenting something with.
Big round thing.
Yeah, one of those big round things. Hey, you're the technical man here. I can call it however I want.
That's true. That's why I'm laughing, but that's okay. All right, but yeah, then the food. I mean, all the infrastructure that would have to support such a structure as this bunker for the elite that you're talking about under the Denver airport would be so hard to hide. And it's such a big open area. I don't know how they could get that much stuff in there. They could have done that much work, and done all that building underground and nobody noticed.
Well, people did notice. I'm talking about it.
People did notice?
I'm talking about it, yeah.
So what's that? So what was their...
Well, and here's why. The mainstream media is controlled by the government, so they will not publish or discuss things like that.
No, it's controlled by the elite, by about 6 or 7 major media corporations.
Yeah, which is controlled by the Bilderberg group of the most elite of the world.
Yeah, they're very rich. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. And mostly owned by corporations, which is a bad thing because nobody's going to say anything bad about their own companies. Sometimes they do.
Just like Obama. And, I'm not throwing parties here. Bush was the same way. They're all controlled by the elite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, the elite got all the money. How do they control them? They control them with money. And
yeah. And what could you do with an endless supply of money?
You build a country.
No, you can buy a country. You can't build a country.
No, you got to build it.
What?
There's no off-the-shelf country.
America was bought.
It was bought.
Yep.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it took money to win the war. But, okay, now we're all right. Now, I just call shenanigans on your elite bunker. I'm sure that there are some, but if I was an elite, I wouldn't want to live with a million other anybody's, let alone a million other elites.
Well, you gotta have people to support you.
Oh, right. Your butlers and your support staff and all that. Okay, yeah.
And then you gotta have. It's if I remember correctly, like there's 500,000 military, and then there's so many, people that's going to get picked because of their abilities and knowledge.
500,000 military, what?
That'll go with them.
Oh, okay. So half of just military.
Yep.
Okay, because the elites, they can't handle their own weapons.
Yep.
Okay. You sure about that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this one. Let's go on to the next one. There's nothing much.
Well, after this commercial, we are going to discuss the ancient cities of Mars and the glass structures on the moon.
Oh, wow. I'm going to look this up.
All right. We'll be right back. Don't forget our friends at Roadie Executives, East Tennessee. Give them a call for all your house hunting needs. If you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, give Reggie Jones a call today, 423-639-3465. Check out their website at greenville-homes.com. And don't forget our studio sponsor, Tommy's Plumbing, for all your plumbing needs, and Lynn Pitt Construction Incorporated. Great folks. I met them last week. I cannot say good enough things about them. Check out their website at pitcrew.com. Give them a call if you're looking to build a house, remodel a house, or demolish a house. 423-823-1960. Great folks. Check them out on the website. All right, we're back. Now, did you look up the which part was you looking up?
The glass stuff on the moon, glass structures on the moon. Because that's something I've never heard of either. And all the pictures that I'm seeing so far are...
Well, they call it the glass city. I guess it's because of the reflection.
The reflection, okay.
On the dark side of the moon.
How is there reflection on the dark side of the moon?
Well, when you send equipment with lights on it, it reflects.
Okay. All right.
Keep up, Ian. Keep up.
When's the last time we sent a probe to the moon with a big flashlight on it?
Probably yesterday, if I had to guess. No, I'm just told. If anybody wants to call in and get in on this fun discussion, 423-972-4444.
All right. Or you could message them on Facebook. Jack.
Yeah.
That website for Pit Crew, is that P-I-T-T Crew?
Yeah,
oh,
it's
okay.
P-I-T-T. Yeah, I always mention the two T's, and I forgot tonight.
You sure did. Okay. I don't even know what this picture is. I have a hard enough time keeping up with you sometimes with all the unidentified structures, with all the stuff that you throw at me. I'm having a hard time reading what these pictures are supposed to be. Highly organized rectilinear? I don't know. On the moon. Okay, so those are supposed to be from aliens.
Yeah, the reptilians.
Reptilian. I can't even. It was a bad picture. It was a bad. Okay, what was the other one? Cities on Mars?
Yeah, ancient cities on Mars.
Of course, they'd have to be ancient. On Mars. But NASA is doing a lot of work to do a mission to Mars, so why would you say that?
Well, okay,
The reason I made the food comment thing is because that's one of the big things that NASA is working on right now is have food that can last 2 years at least, because that's as fast as it'll take to get to the moon or to Mars is 2 years, which is pretty fast actually compared to.
We have stuff that can go faster than that.
Yeah, probably. Eventually, yeah. Anything that goes up into space is usually about 7 years behind, because the process to build a spacecraft, especially one that's going to have people in it.
All right, we'll get off topic here for a minute, and I just got to say it. Star Trek is real.
Star Trek is real. Okay.
Now I'm not stupid. I know it sounds like a stupid comment, but the concept of it is real. I do believe we have ships in space traveling around our little section of the galaxy with people on it.
People.
People. People.
Like humans.
Human beings.
Human people.
Yeah. Like if the Earth blew up today, there would still be humans alive.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Good to know.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Okay, we were talking about the food to get to Mars and back, 18 months to get there, and then they still got to have enough food to be there and come back, so they have to have all their food for the entire ride.
Replicator.
Right, the replicator. I think we talked about the transporter.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the replicator.
No, we didn't. Okay, but the food part is why I centered on, because I know that NASA's doing a lot of work on the food issue for sending a mission to Mars. They're also working on psychological, how is the crew going to be able to put up with each other in a very tight environment for that long, and not kill each other, or just go nuts. After about 30 minutes sitting here talking to you, I kind of get tired of you. So you could imagine if we were locked in a closet together for 2 years and sent to Mars, right? We'd have to make sure that we're not going to slit each other's throats.
Well, it's 8:34, so you must be tired of me right now.
Yep, right now. This is when you run out.
Well, I would have fun, for the few moments after 30 minutes I lived, but
right.
I would have fun.
Have you ever been canoeing with anybody?
No.
Okay. It's an experience when neither of you know how to canoe, and you do it. It don't matter who it's with. You're going to somehow hate that person a little bit. and I'm talking about a canoe trip down a river, something like that. It's very trying.
Are we going into Deliverance?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Right, paddle faster. I hear banjos. No, this is actually kind of a reverse. This is when I was living up north, and we went.
I did
canoeing down the river.
I did forget. You're a Yankee.
I am not a Yankee.
You're a Yankee.
No.
That's why you believe everything about the government. You believe everything the government tells you because you're a Yankee.
What makes you say that I'm a Yankee?
Well, you keep using the terminology up north.
I lived up there for a while.
Well, I know, so you're a Yankee.
No. Nope. I will have to challenge you to a duel, sir, to regain my honor. How dare you blaspheme me that way? Not blaspheme. That's the wrong word. Completely wrong word. No. How dare you say that?
Well, you're a Michiganite?
No. I lived there for a while. All right.
Okay.
And now I'm back.
Where was you born?
Wales.
South of France?
No, England, and it's in Britain.
Yeah.
Wales is its own country.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I was born.
You was born.
Wales. Yep. Mm-hmm. Britain. To two American parents, thank you very much. I have an American born abroad certificate. I do have a birth certificate, but it's all in Welsh, so I can't. It can't read it.
So your parents were traveling when they was?
Nope, my parents were both in the military.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, they were both in the Navy, serving over there when they met. And yep.
Well,
woohoo!
Thank them for their service.
And then Dad sent Mom home. Mom came back over to the States with me first, and she stayed with Grandma and Grandpa down there in Raiders Sidetrack. So the first place I was when I came back to the state, or when I finally come to the States.
How old was he?
I don't remember. I mean, I was very young. I know I was 1 or something like that, 1 or 2. And then the first place I remember living was Key West, Florida. So, I mean, yeah, I've lived all over the place. I'm kind of from America, but I'm definitely not from Michigan. Thank you very much.
So you're not a Yankee?
I'm not a Yankee. No.
I think
definitely not. I'm kind of upset that you said that. Anyways, okay, yeah, up north, and there was my buddy of mine up there kept trying to take me. Man, you got to go up north, even further, because that's what they do when they're up there in the Detroit metro area, which half of the state's population lives within 50 miles of there, and that's in the lower southeast corner of the state. And they're always like, then they always go up north. That's what they say. And they kept trying to get me to go up there to go on a canoe trip that they always did. It was on the Rifle River, or the Osable River. And me and a buddy of mine that hadn't been on a canoe in a long time. I mean, we had about a dozen canoes. It was a big trip. We went camping overnight. I mean, this whole river is set up for this. And yeah, me and my buddy, my real good buddy, we almost came to blows a couple times. I mean, we got pretty ill with each other just because neither of us really knew what we were doing, and it was much trickier than remember going down the canoe. Anyways, it is a trying thing to do 60 miles on a river in a canoe with your best buddy when neither of you know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
And that was the moral of the story.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how we got on the story of a canoe, but now I remember.
Yep.
Traveling through space.
Yes, traveling through space, going to Mars, and there's ancient cities on Mars?
Yes.
Okay.
And here I'll base that on this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go back in time 10 million years.
Mm.
I'm just saying, if we could time travel.
Okay.
If we could go back in time 10 million years.
Mm.
I guarantee you, it may not be that 10 million years. Go back in time another 10 million years. I guarantee you, eventually, you're going to run into a society just like ours.
On planet Earth?
Yes.
Huh. Okay, so so 20 million years ago, there was a society just like ours on Earth.
Yes.
Human society.
Yes, and we came from Mars.
We came from Mars.
Yes.
Golly. Okay, Jack.
I'm playing my role here. You got to get the technical part going. Now
this is okay.
Now the technical part you need to discuss is: do you not think that time itself can wipe out civilization over a 10 million year period.
Oh, yeah.
And then we would not know nothing about that civilization.
We would know something. I mean, dinosaurs were, how old?
63 million.
Yeah, something like that. And there's evidence that they were around, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
there's their footprints fossilized in rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and we've got their fossils.
But I mean, like concrete ain't going to be here 10 million years from now.
No, but the Earth will be.
Yeah.
And even, I mean, the dinosaurs didn't build anything, and we still know they were there.
Yeah.
That is my point.
Yeah.
Okay, so if a civilization that built things linearly like we do, we build in lines. Usually you want to find something man-made, you look for straight lines, usually, in most cases, right?
Yep.
We would have found evidence of this stuff.
Who says we haven't?
Golly, I don't. So we need somebody to call in here and help save our poor brother Jack here.
No, I'm just playing a role here.
How much you have too much free time, obviously, in your hands.
No.
No.
I mean, honestly, if I do believe that once upon a time that the human race, or something like us, has been here before.
No, you said we came from Mars.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so
we've come from other planets. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 million years ago, and then all of a sudden, but then we went. What happened to them?
Oh, good example. Battlestar Galactica.
That's what happened to them?
No, I'm saying, that, where they was trying to get to Earth, the lost colony.
No, I don't know anything about Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, they was trying to get to the 13th colony, which was Earth. Okay. But it was not our Earth, okay? It was their Earth. Well, they ended up settling on a blue planet, and it was this Earth. And they sent all their ships into the sun, and then mingled with the civilization on Earth and created the human beings.
Mingled. Okay. I don't see anything technical to cover here, Jack. That's the problem with this. I mean, I'm trying to find things. Okay, 20 million years ago. Okay, yeah. Okay, sure, it's possible. Very unlikely, I would say.
No, I'm saying that's why you would not see any technology is because.
No. Okay. There were humans. Were there humans on the 20 million years ago?
Technically, no.
I think so. I don't know. I mean, if there were, they were cavemen.
Yeah.
Extremely early. So, an extremely advanced race of
people
landed here, decided to move into the cave, sent their high-tech spaceships into the sun, and moved into the caves with the cavemen.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, then they got bored and made babies with the cave people. And here we are.
Yeah.
20 million years later.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm okay. Number one, like I said, they came here, said, "Oh, that looks like a great place. We've got all this technology, no problem. We're just going to jump off and let it run into the sun."
They were running from the. Oh my God! The Cylons.
The Cylons.
Yeah.
So where did the Cylons go?
They're still looking.
They're still looking for us.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. Well, they're not doing a very good job, are they?
Well, I mean, space is big.
Yeah, I know it's big.
Yeah.
It's very big.
So to the technical part that I've been building to.
Okay.
Is even if it takes us 100 million years, okay? I mean, no time limit, okay? Do you think we will eventually, do you think we'll eventually turn into something like Star Trek? No time limit.
Oh, as a society, just flying around, no money, science, peace, love, everybody equal, all that.
Well, technology-wise, not the...
Oh, yeah, no time limit. I mean, yeah, if you say things like that, then yeah. I mean, I don't even think it would be... I mean, I don't know why you got to do the no time limit, because then that's just anything's possible throughout time if you're going to put that kind of parameter on a statement.
Well, no,
like
I mean, some people would say no, we won't live past another 1,000 years because we'll kill ourselves.
All right, or the rapture will happen, something like that. I mean, that's supposed to have happened 4 times by now, according to a few people.
Yeah.
Anyways, people that have dared to try to predict it.
But let me get to my next technical question.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it seems like there's one or two possibilities, okay? One, there is no alien races out there. I'm a crazy nut loon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or two, that all this stuff is real, or most of this stuff is real, or a part of it's real, and the government's hiding it from us because they do not think we're ready. It's either or. There's no in between.
No, there's a third option here, actually, and I think I've covered this with you before. Yeah, you said space is huge, and it's bigger than that. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
The universe is much, much bigger. I mean, it's only been since the 1920s that we knew that the universe expanded beyond our galaxy, that there were such a thing as a galaxy, that there are other galaxies, and that there are actually billions and billions of other galaxies.
And I think there's billions of universes.
Yep. There's been mathematical proof of that there's multiverses, yes.
Ooh, I'd love to get in that conversation.
I wouldn't, because I'm not that great at math. But not that kind of math anyways. But space is so big, I think that it is highly likely that, yes, there is an alien, an intelligent species out there somewhere in the universe. At least one. Okay. Besides us. Okay. I can say there could be multiples, right? But space is so big that it is highly unlikely that we will encounter each other at the same point. Okay, because like our solar system, our sun is what, 4.5 billion years old, and the universe is, according as far as we know, is 14.5 billion years old. So there's been 10 billion years in there, and then even so, so one, even if a smart, an intelligent race just like ours, and then evolved at the same rate. We all evolved at the same rate, and we all came to the same level of technical know-how all at the same time. Just the sheer space, the amount of space in space, the distances would mean that it would be highly unlikely that we'd run into each other. Now, take away that thing that we did not start all at the same time, or that we're all at the same technical level, or that we even exist at the same times. So it's just the level of the odds are against it.
So
worse than, even bigger than winning the lottery.
Let me use this example, okay? In the year 1900, a man starts out in California and starts walking east. In the year 1950, a man starts out in New York and starts walking west. It is highly unlikely that those two people will ever meet. Right?
Yes, but not as unlikely as what I've been talking
about.
No, I know. Or it's way more likely than what I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I'm just, breaking it down here.
Okay.
But if you get 100 people on each side,
and just have them walk exactly east, due east.
Yeah, and 100 people on the west side and walk, eventually somebody's going to run into somebody. The more people you put, the more chance you get.
Right, but still, first we were talking about odds way, 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 way bigger than the 1-to-1 that you were talking about. The one man from each side starting to walk exactly due east, running into each other. You didn't say that they started at the same latitude or anything like that. So
no, I mean, it could be, one starts in the bottom of California and the other one starts at the top of New York.
Right.
But once you get enough people,
of course, and yes, and the thing is, like I said, that space is so big, the universe is so large that it's very unlikely. I could say yes, there could be other intelligent races out there, species out there, but not Not that we're ever going to run into
So,
it.
so you're saying it's unlikely that we'll ever meet because space is so big.
Yes.
I'm saying it's unlikely we'll never meet because the government will not let us.
But see, governments don't last very long, do they?
Yes.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, like
The people who run the governments last long.
Okay, there you go. The money is always there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Money. Even if it's not dollars, it's gold, and if it's not gold, it's what was it? The spices and salt and pepper. And,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I paid attention in history class.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think it's more unlikely that our government is holding us back than anything else.
Okay, the thing is, classified information is usually not as sexy as you'd think. Sexy meaning, ooh, that's really cool, right? I mean, it's just stuff that has to do with capabilities, meaning like how many miles to the gallon does a battleship get, kind of thing. How many gallons does it hold? Those two, you can know one and not the other and still not know anything about that, right? So, with so many... No, because I refuse to think that so few people can control the world. I know that they can heavily influence, because they've got all the money. What is it? 1% of the country has 99% of the money, or something like that. I just made that. I know it's extremely skewed, but those numbers might not be accurate. And that's been true throughout history. But just knowledge and these things that you're saying, we would have seen, the 20 million year ago. Okay, that we would have seen these things, the stuff that's out in the sky. All these astronomers. The Shoemaker Levy 9 comet, the one that crashed into Jupiter back in 97, 96, 97, something like that. That was found by an astronomer that was publicly funded. Okay, or actually a team of them.
Well,
but still, I mean, there's so much public.
I'm going to stop you there. The government's publicly funded, but they don't let us know squat.
Right, but see that it's a scientific community though, and everybody knew about it all at the same time, and that's the way that it works. The government can't.
Do you know about the WOW signal?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's the only signal that SETI's ever got?
No.
So
the WOW signal turned out to be a pulsar.
So why haven't?
Yeah, I think something like that.
No, as far as I know, they still don't know what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was never verified.
Yeah.
So
you think they've gotten other signals? So why haven't they told us?
Well, see, SETI is privately funded.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have known. We would have been told. And SETI is not just one group of people. It's a worldwide group of people listening. And then they've even had, there was SETI at home where you could do the distributed
I used to love
computing.
that.
Did you really?
I mean, until it burned a hole in my screen, not literally, but figuratively.
Right.
To where, it stayed up and ran all that stuff. And you'd turn the monitor on and, the white screen would pop up and you could still see the, see
right.
all of it.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that was all private. I mean, it was all open, the open community. And that's always been the way, that's the way scientific people work, usually.
But if a person threatens you or pays you enough money, you're not going to talk.
Yeah. You can do that. That's true.
But
eventually, something.
Well, I don't want everybody to hold Ian at fault for tonight because I've been wanting to do this with him for a long time. We do it on the show every now, a little bit here and there, but I really wanted to throw my conspiracies at him and let him do the technical part of it and get his aspect of it. And next week we'll go back to the regular
regular scheduled
Yeah,
program.
regular scheduled program. So nobody heard Ian at fault if you hated this show. I mean,
I've never heard of these things, though, what you've just told me. Now I'm going to have to go home. I'm going to get stuck in a YouTube hole as soon as I get home.
I mean,
know
there's
this.
tons of stuff that I didn't even talk about.
Oh, great.
You know,
But see, I've never heard of this. This is why we live in two
You know what,
worlds.
HARP?
HARP?
the weather thing that they say that control. You know,
Yeah,
But-
I've heard about
Yeah.
that, controlling weather and things, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But Ian, if you want to let everybody know who you are, I don't know if you want to.
I don't know if I want to on this one, but it's too late now. I'm Ian Bible. I own Greenville IT. We do small business IT consulting and solutions. We also do in-home and residential work. So if you got a computer or a network or servers or website, or you got a tablet, or you just have an information system that needs to be tweaked or designed or created for your business, give me a call. You can find me at greenvilleit.com or Ian at Greenville IT. That's Green Evil. It's the name, not the color. That's all I got for now. I'm so... My mind is
does
so...
your head hurt?
It does. It does a bit. I just feel like I don't know where to start with you, Jack. You need to be helped. That's for sure. We need to put out some jars help Jack Wilkerson.
Yeah, but see, you know, I have a way to spread my craziness now.
I cannot get this hour back.
No.
These brain cells that I've had to burn to try to think about where... I mean, one, I'm just surprised that somebody thought this up. And actually, no, I'm not that surprised. I mean, we do. I've heard some crazy things like the chemtrails theory. That one's easy enough to shoot holes in.
No, I believe in that one.
I'm sure you do. I can shoot that down for you.
Beryllium.
Beryllium?
Yep.
What about it?
They're lacing the atmosphere with beryllium to protect us from a solar radiation storm.
Oh, I was thinking the chemtrails where the government's keeping us sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one possibility, you know.
Beryllium.
But
To save us from a solar... There's no saving from the solar storm. You know that, right?
with all the beryllium they're putting in the air, it should shield us, is what they're saying.
But if it did, then we wouldn't get satellite TV anymore either. You see what I'm saying?
I never say I agreed with any of this, but I never admitted that I thought of any of this. I'm just throwing the ideas out there.
I saw a microwave oven in parts today, and I thought about you.
Oh.
I thought about bringing it to him. I was like, here, we're going to make your death ray gun.
That is so sweet.
Let me see if we can try it on rodents first, though.
I always enjoy when people think of me.
Well, don't take it too far.
But you know, is your... I hope tonight doesn't ruin your show, because a lot of people have been saying they love this show of the week.
Well, that's great. Well, I mean, that means we have listeners. So, I mean, write in, folks, and see if there's something you need, anything you want to talk about or would want me to cover. I'd be glad to hear it. It gets kind of tough to come up with ideas. I'm more of a problem solver, so when Jack sits here and asks me questions, I can spit out answers all day long, but sometimes when I have to create from scratch a show, that takes a lot of work for somebody like me. I'm a doer, not a maker.
You're not a planner.
No,
I'm not a planner. You know, we sit down and do these shows. Every time I do a show, I don't have a script ready. I don't have nothing planned, and I just go off the deep end.
right, and I've tried to plan a few and best laid plans, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the creating, the producing part. I mean, that's not. I create in a different medium than this, but I mean, this is a lot of fun. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here because the money is terrible.
Well, I will double your salary.
That's a double. That's the second raise you've given me this month.
You should be making a killing.
Whoa! Can I put that on my resume?
Yes.
All right.
So you're making quadruple now what you started with.
I know, man. The
So
economy.
it's went from 1 0 to 4 zeros.
1 zeros to 4 zeros. Yep, I have a 4 zeros. What's that? I got quad. I don't even know how to brag about that.
If we ever put a number in front of it, that's going to be awesome.
I know. It's like you keep bowling strikes at bowling, and you don't know what your score is. If until the end. Well, yeah, you do because it just adds 10.
You know, if you eventually keep adding zeros, one of these days, if I even put a 1 in it, you're going to be rich at the beginning.
Hey, that sounds terrible. That sounds like an awful idea. Let's not do that.
Well, as always, this is Tech Chat with Ian Bible on Wednesdays. And I know tonight wasn't really Tech Chat. It was my loon beam crazy conspiracy theories thrown at Ian and getting his thoughts on them.
That's fun.
But next week we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming with Tech Chat with Ian Bible. And as always, you can leave a message or call during the show at 423-972-4444 or message me on Facebook at Jack Wilkerson or message Greenville Media or email greenvillemedia@yahoo.com. Bye, everybody.
Good night.